Well, hello, folks. I'm L.A. Little, and this is today's short take. All through this last month, whatever little pauses we had, on the way up, each of those were bought, and most of them were little 1-2 day pullbacks. And you can see them all along on the way up. You got a doji here and another little pullback on this one. Question is this thing going to, jut back to the top side? Are we going to get another, push? You've seen it all the way up. This somewhat unsustainable move in terms of price angle has been able to continue up. Will it do it again? I think you're at the point where it's going to be even harder because you're up here at this last resistance zone. You're at the price point where it's going to be tough. Can they do it? Sure, it's first of the month. Everybody's bullish. It's possible. What's going to happen when they don't? Well, you're going to get a decent pullback. In other words, when this finally breaks, there's not much. Whether you want to draw angles, whatever you want to do, there's not much underneath here. And so when you get a pullback, all right, you have to look to the next set of gaps, next set of support zones, like this bar that has some decent volume on it, this one. And you have to look to those and see how they are attacked on the way back, and do buyers show up on a very narrow, small pullback, or do they wait for something deeper? And it's going to come. And you just have to be prepared and be patient and wait for it to come. If you're trying to buy a retrace. In between that, there's retraces all over the place in individual stocks. And so, sometimes it's better to not think about just the market, but to go look at some of the individual stocks, especially those that have reported earnings and have made a nice move to the top side, and those that are continuing that move. And so, if you look at some of the breakouts off of retraces, here's AYI, small retrace off the earnings and then breaks out. What you want to do is catch some of these stocks. One example of it, when they're retracing off their earnings, and then try to ride those higher. That is today's short take.